Hey there folks, how you doing today? Today I want to talk to you about RazoRock products. And I'm going to talk to you about one older product and then the slew of new releases that have just come out recently on Italian Barber. And before I get to that, I just want to say this is an initial impressions video. And this is where I talk about products before I use them, just based on looking at them, touching them, and feeling them. This is just there to give people initial thoughts and to create a little product awareness. So please take that into consideration. If you don't like these sort of videos, please don't watch. First product I want to talk about is RazoRock jaws. And I want to say to Joe, I bought this razor specifically because Busta mentions it like 12 times a week. This is, at least in my opinion, Busta's favorite razor. He's always talking about the RazoRock jaws. So on that basis alone, I had to buy it. So Busta, you've made at least one sale. Now, as to the razor, I was really surprised when I took this razor out of the box because it is fairly hefty and it's very, very grippy, which surprised me at the price of 15 bucks. When you take it apart, it's very, very smooth, which I like. And again, I was really surprised when I started looking at the plating and realized it's pretty much flawless. For 15 bucks, that's nearly unheard of. You buy cheap razors at times and they look okay. This one looks really darn good for 15 bucks. Now, I'm told it is on the aggressive side, so we'll see if it's right for me, but I've got to tell you, based on the look and the feel of the razor, I am very impressed. It also has RazoRock inscribed on the bottom there, which is, again, a really nice touch for the price. So, very well impressed with this at the price of 15 bucks. Now, let's move on to the new and exciting products. And before I go through these, I looked at the labels, I gave them a cursory look, and all of these were tallow based except for XXX and Don Marcos. When I get to those, I did not see tallow in the ingredients, but I encourage you to check the ingredients yourself, just in case I made a mistake. Everything else I'm going to talk about is tallow based, including this one, which is 1X. Now, 1X, I'm blown away by the scent of 1X. It's a truly unique and different scent. To me, it's sort of citrus, but it's complicated. I mean, it's hard to describe other than to say it's citrusy, but there's some other things going on here as well that I cannot identify. And I deliberately refrained from looking at the descriptions online because I just wanted to give you my thoughts on how I think they smell. To me, I get citrus, but more. Citrus plus, you might say. Great, great scent. I think this is going to be really popular. There's also a splash to match it. There may be a balm too. Now, I'm a splash guy, so I always get splashes. And this smells exactly like the soap. I think this is going to be popular with folks. We also have the return of XXX. And if you used it before, the scent is still the same. By the way, the scent intensity on 1X is robust, which I like. On 2X, a little less robust in scent intensity. This is sort of a sweet lemon or orange type scent, and there's also a splash to match it, which smells exactly like the soap. So most people were familiar with this before. Not much has changed other than great packaging. Now the big one, XXX, or one of the big ones I should say. It was great before and it's great now. I'm not sure if the formulation has changed, but the scent is still great. It's a robust scent, it's clean, it's fresh. It's one of my all-time favorite soaps. I believe they released a splash and balm as well. However, I already had the find for RazoRock XXX 2 bottles, so I did not buy the splash. But this is a great, great scent. If you've never tried XXX, now's the time to do so. Wonderful, wonderful soap. Next, the return of another favorite of many people, including myself, Don Marco. Now, this is the old packaging here. And this is the new in black. Again, I like the new packaging. The scent is still robust. It's still the same orange, dreamsicle type scent that people have described it as. It's one of my favorite scents of all time. And I am so glad that Joe put out a Don Marco splash. I've been waiting for this for a long time. I finally have it, and I'm very happy to have it because it's a great scent. Again, Don Marco, wonderful soap. Next is Focker. Now this is unique not only because of the scent. Now I get a citrusy type scent out of this, but it's more complicated than that. There's also a little spice to it. It's really hard to explain, and it's also a different color. This is beige in color. It's just different from the rest of the RazoRock soaps. Really great scent. If you haven't tried Focker, now's the time to do so. Another special soap, P160. Now this to me smells very much like Cella. It's a little more refined to my sniffer than Cella is. So you do get that marzipan, almond type scent, but to me, this smells better than Cella. Just a great almond marzipan type scent. Again, P160. Now the last two soaps I'm going to talk about are very, very special soaps. And these two soaps were made to honor a couple of gentlemen who've contributed a lot to wet shaving. The Freedberg was made to honor Michael Freedberg, and Tight Buns soap was made to honor Aunt Tight Bun Smith. Both great guys who have contributed a lot to wet shaving. Now as to the scent, Tight Buns to me is a light, sweet sort of scent. It's very hard for me to nail it down. Now what I can say about this is I think it's going to be almost impossible for this scent to be offensive to anybody because it's pretty light and it's just nice. It's clean. And I think anybody who buys this, at the very least, if they don't love it, they're not going to be offended by it. So it's a pretty safe bet, Tight Buns. Freedberg, for me, has a little bit more scent intensity, and it's got a different scent. It's sort of, to me, like a fine cologne, but not strong. It's just a nice scent, and again, I think it's going to be hard for this to be an offensive scent for anybody. So when you look at both of these soaps, they're pretty safe bets in terms of scent. You may not love the scent, the intensity may not be there, but you're not going to dislike it, almost guaranteed. I happen to like both, so I'm very happy to have purchased both. I'm very happy to have supported these two gentlemen, and I hope you will too. All these products, I'm very excited about them. Can't wait to start using them. I'm going to set up some shave of the day photos here soon. If these sound interesting to you, go to Italian Barber and give them a shot. As always, we say have a great day and have a great shave.